Hello, good morning. Time for business on News Desk. Former Chief Executive of the VRA, Gov't, has warned the debts government owes power service providers like the West Africa Gas Pipeline Company, WAPCO, could worsen the country's energy situation. Government owes the sector in excess of $2 billion, a situation which resulted in a cut of gas supplies from WAPCO. According to him, the power crisis could return if urgent steps are not taken to settle the debts.
Today, we currently have a generation capacity of almost 3,500 megawatts, if not more. The country is currently using around 2,000 megawatts, and we know that part of the reason for that number is the emergency plans that have come in over the last, say, 6 months. But as I'm sure many of you will attest, we still have large sections of the population suffering doomsday for different reasons. I mean, call it what you want. It's much better than it was a year ago, perhaps, but we're not in a sustainable place. And there are, various reasons for that. But I would argue that the biggest reason is a financial one, because there are so many debts that the state actors owe. VRA, ECG, Gridco. There's easily $2 billion of debts owed by various entities. And if VRA is not paying the Nigerians, WAPCO, they owe them $180 million. If VRA owes Ghana Gas $350 million, how long can that go on for? And I think the real issue is, what is the plan to address that? Because that 180 will become something else if unaddressed. If those debts are not paid for, we will have problems down the line. I mean, one of the reasons why, the Ghana Association of Bankers went to government to cut the deal, VRA owed them $500 million, and it was affecting the banking sector. So they came up with a solution. Now, there's still debts owed to other people, the suppliers, Saharas, the gas suppliers, the fuel suppliers. How are they going to supply us gas or crude oil if we haven't paid our bills? So I would say it's not sustainable if we don't pay our bills.
Former Chief Executive of VRA, Gov't, spoke with Joy Business as an evening session with energy experts on the promises made by political parties in the lead up to the December polls. Away from that, government has reiterated its commitment to offer tax rebates to private businesses that engage unemployed university graduates. According to the Minister of Employment and Labour Relations, Haruna Idrisu, this is aimed at encouraging private sector in helping to reduce graduate unemployment in the country and also help cut down on the cost of recruiting fresh graduates. He said this in an interview with Joy Business at the launch of the Shared Growth Program by Barclays Bank in Accra.
To offer tax incentives to corporate entities that would offer employment opportunities to young graduates. And it will mean that in the computation of your cost as a corporate entity, you will be forgiven to have spent money in recruiting and training young people as part of our quest to address the growing unemployment in the country, particularly graduate unemployment.
How is it going to be? What's the criteria of selecting the companies that will go and benefit?
It is a company which says that we are recruiting 100 graduates, can write officially to government that this year we have employed 100 young graduates. We are building their skills and improving and enhancing their employability, and therefore they will request for a tax rebate from government which will be granted.
How will we look at the cost that will come with this?
Look at the cost of they being unemployed.
And that's all in business for now. Do join me again at midday for more business news updates. My name is Emmanuel Adwa.